remember when you write this summary, extended summary, you may want to include something that people will be have an exclamation mark. Oh, wow, what? So, like, don't just write something very I would say boring, or when they read your summary, they don't understand what you are talking about. Then that will be very poorly extended summary. Okay? Because you will expect judges will only read your extended summary for the very beginning, for the first instant, first eyesight. Okay? So write the extended summary later. Okay, once you have prepared enough context for the writing. So the next important areas, the core elements, is the theory, the concept elements. So we have gone through problem, visualization, solution, and social impact, and now we go into the value. How will you believe along the way? Your guiding concept, belief, principles, and underlying philosophy of the enterprise are outlined here. So value, how to say? Let's take a look of example. You may be running an enterprise that trains underprivileged youth in IT skills. So you may want to make it a principle to recruit a more diverse group of young people. Okay. On the other hand, you might want to promote continuous collaboration amongst your team members to broaden and enhance your enterprise ability to serve the target group, or even make it a priority to ensure gender balance in all your operations. So we talk about value. Sometimes it's similar to what we are talking about with social impact, but remember that when in a social enterprise, okay, or also other traditional business model, okay, we always have the core part, we call it value proposition. That means what you are doing, what you are offering to the community or from your business enterprise. So the value means if someone invests in your company, so what you will provide for them or for the customer. Okay. So this is the core task that you need to focus on. So logically, you will explain to the business plan leader, the judges or investor. So how big is your market? It's difficult to explain which market it belongs to. I mean, maybe some of you have more ideas. We can discuss later. Okay, but normally we identify markets into a very generic classification. So you have some. Sorry, that is too small in the test. In the marketing perspective, okay, normally we identify customer in the market segmentation. So if you are targeting on youth, so you will have a target customer for teenagers, children. And who are they? Okay. How do you understand teenagers? Okay. So you need to classify them. Okay. If you are target on some, maybe nowadays we are hot in the topics of a drug addict in teenagers problem, in typo, secondary school. So if you want to improve that, so your target market will be some of the students there in Taiwan district, also in the Hong Kong district, and also in the world. So you classify, okay, how you can approach and get in touch with those target segments. And then how large is the size is always happening in business area. Say, for example, for mobile phone application. you know which mobile phone, what type of mobile phone is the most popular model. I mean, most popular in the world. What do you think? iPhone, Nokia, and BlackBerry. Which one is the best seller in the market? What? Nokia. Yes, right. Yeah. Someone will say, okay, iPhone. iPhone is the best because they are using that. But this is very subjective analysis. Okay? From the Gartner's analysis report, they discovered that Symbian OS is quite proprietary in Nokia phone. Okay? So Symbian OS is the most popular thing. But the second one is not iPhone, it's BlackBerry. Yeah. So you can imagine that why still a lot of people using BlackBerry, because most of them are executive business professionals, and they will stick into using someone that keyboard type app that they are very familiar to use. So they occupy a large market share in iPhone. Okay. Although most of the students are using iPhone in States and also in some Asian countries, but the statistic can prove what you are right or wrong. So when you are doing with market segment, better really look into the statistic. Okay, don't just imagine numbers. Okay, you need to have a fact finding on really the problem is. Okay, if you target on population, demographic data, okay, go to the statistic consensus and statistic department in Hong Kong or from some worldwide figures, and then you figure out who are the males and females, teenagers compared with elderly, unemployment rate, so and so. Okay, so you need to have more details. The more details you have, the better you can describe how you target on the market. Okay. But some students may try to do things maybe very on a large scale that they will include everyone into their target customer. Personally, I don't think it is impossible. Okay, I think you can also include everybody in your market segment, but somehow people will want you to focus. Focus means how your capability or capacity of your new startup can handle a lot of people. Do you know what I mean? Because when you have your business plan writing a market segment that okay, we can be used by all over the world, global. Okay, so how you can make your product or service appearing to the global? Okay, I don't think in a small community you can do that. Okay, so maybe for internet or web business model you can do that because you can easily put things onto the website and then you promote it on a global basis. You can still do that, okay, but not for some brick and mortars, for some real shops and retails. Okay, you need to scale it up step by step. So you maybe target on local and then overseas, but it's not always true. Sometimes you may target on overseas first and then come back to local. Okay, so it depends. Okay, I don't have a fixed solution or a shortcut answer to you. You figure out. You figure out how your market is, how you define them. And these guidelines have some elements. 5, your target market, target segments, name or identification, the size, the value. The value means how you can generate revenue from them. Okay, you need to collect this data. And the challenge and opportunity inside. So will they change phone or will they buy your service? Will they engage? Why do they go into your shop and buy food from you? Okay, so what's the unique challenge and opportunity to each segment? How do you overcome or capitalize that? And then the validation means you provide evidence that clearly validate why there is a real need in this segment. So the validation is not just a subjective analysis. So they try to prove it with some maybe newspaper articles, someone talk about this, or the trend analysis report, that kind of things. Okay. So target market also an important component inside a business plan. And then the next one is the competition.